Happy Saturday, guys, and welcome to the venue live. My name is Roger Ramirez, and this is Houston's first online live performance venue brought to you from R&R Studio. We're here in the studio today with HIGHDIVE. What's up, guys?
Hello.
And I am really enjoying my swivel chair. This is the third time that I use it. Thank you for joining us in the studio. Tell us your names, guys, and what you do in the band.
My name is Jacob. I play bass.
I'm JP. I play drums.
I am Zach, and I play guitar.
And I'm Kyle, and I play guitar and sing.
Guys, y'all are pretty good, man. Y'all are really good. I really enjoy your sound check. It was kick-ass. The guys from last night were telling me about y'all.
Yeah.
And
Grew up with those guys.
and y'all have fulfilled every expectation.
Oh, they had some things to say?
They had some good things to say.
Nice.
Yeah, no negative things.
Cool, right on.
So I want to know a little bit about the history. Tell us how long you have been together as HIGHDIVE, and how did you go about meeting these fine gentlemen?
I'll start.
And who founded the band, by the way?
These,
Cool, yeah.
These two guys.
Well, yeah, so it started with me and Zach. We,
I'm going to pull up the microphone a little bit.
yeah, for sure. So it started with me and Zach. We started a little over 2 years ago, or I guess probably 2.5 years ago is when we started writing for the first record that we put out. And it was me and Zach and then two other guys. And we put that album out later on. It would have been May of 2018, so about a year and a half ago from right now. And then there's been some changes since then.
Positive changes?
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. This
No, negative.
no. Yeah, it's been
I'm just kidding.
it's been awesome. This group that we have right now is very comfortable. We're all super happy with what we have going on. So
Well, Mr. Drummer here. Sorry, dude. I forgot your name.
It's cool.
I'm terrible with names.
JP.
JP.
There you go.
You do look like a JP. Okay, I'm going to try not to forget now. He was here once before,
yeah.
and I guess I should remember your name. But it's nice seeing you actually play this time.
Yeah.
You're kind of
It's
like,
cool. You got cool drums.
yeah, man. Oh, thanks, man. Well,
It's
you make them
fun
sound real cool,
all the
man.
time, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
How did you meet these guys?
Oh man, I've known this dude since I was like 11. And
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We go way back. We grew up in the same neighborhood, and we all went to the same schools and stuff like that.
What school was that?
Cypress Woods High School. We're all from Cypress area, so
Excluding Jacob.
excluding Jacob, yeah. But all three of us went to Cy Woods, and I know Zach. Me and Zach have played in like 3 bands before this together as well. So we go way back as well, and yeah, we just kind of stayed true to each other ever since.
That's cool, man. And how did y'all meet Mr. the greatest bass player ever right here?
Jacob. I met Jacob. He played in some of my former roommates' bands, and so then we got pretty close, and because he was over at my house jamming all the time with my roommates and whatnot, and yeah, after our last bass player left, we contacted him, and it's just been like a really good fit ever
And
since.
it was right on.
Yeah, because
It was a good
he quit
fit.
both of his bands too, so he wasn't doing anything. So I was like, yeah, you need to play some music.
You were
I
just
was like,
waiting.
I was like, yeah, you gotta.
Apparently, you were just waiting.
I was like, get off your ass, dude.
He also was one of our most loyal fans. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but he pretty much came.
Oh, yeah, that's
to
right. He
Most
came
of
to
our
a lot
shows
of our
we played in
shows and
Houston
stuff,
since
too.
the beginning
Oh
of.
yeah, man.
Enjoys our stuff,
That's
which
pretty
is
kick-ass,
pretty cool.
man.
Yeah.
From fan to bass player. That's
the,
cool,
the,
dude.
the normal progression, right?
Yeah. So, you mentioned that you play original music.
Correct.
So before you started writing for HIGHDIVE with your band, were you already writing songs before that?
Oh yeah, for sure. So, like JP said, him and Zach had been in bands previously, and then before that, me and Zach were in a band together, like towards the end of our high school, and then, I mean, I think, I don't know how long Jacob's been playing actually, but the three of us have been playing music for a long time. So like, I started playing drums when I was like in 5th grade or 6th grade or something, and I was playing in bands, writing songs from that angle throughout middle school, and then probably around 13, 14, I started writing songs on guitar.
You're gonna always have the mentality of writing tunes.
Yeah, it appealed to me. I personally am more of a songwriter than like a shredder guitar player. That's just my
And how
persona.
do you write? Are you more of a lyricist, or are you more of like, I'm gonna find some cool chords, and then a cool melody to go on top of that, and then add the
I want to
words?
say neither.
Neither.
No, I mean it's kind of the standard way. I think I generally a song for me will start with like I'll hear somebody say a phrase or like even just like a word, and I'll write it down like on my notes in my phone, and then maybe it'll develop from there. It's kind of ridiculous, but usually the depth of a song lyrically for me comes like right before I fall asleep. So like I'll have like a little note in my phone, and then I'll think about it, it'll pop in my head, and then like more of that story will kind of come to me, and then I'll be able to fill it out from there. And then aside from that, I'll be messing around on guitar one day, and I'll find like a cool progression that I like, and I'll figure out how to blend them together. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a cool way to do it. I do it like that sometimes as well. I write songs too.
Yeah,
and one day I'll do a show on myself, but not yet, guys. I want to make sure we have millions of people watching this.
Right on, yeah.
So
we didn't do that, unfortunately.
And so, how old were you when you wrote your first song?
I mean, my first song that had lyrics that I wrote was probably 13 or 14.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's early.
Yeah,
I guess for me, I guess some people write younger, but it just depends, I guess, on life situations and shit. You know.
I mean, it seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, my first song was written out of sadness.
Same.
Yeah.
And my last one.
Hey, your last one? Well, I've been happy since
most of the ones in between.
The ones in between. Some anger ones.
Yeah. The newest song we put out is kind of a bit of a FU song, you know? A little bit.
Are you gonna play that one tonight?
Yeah, we are.
Can't wait to hear it.
Cool.
So tell us about the name HIGHDIVE. What does that mean? How did you go about liking that name?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't choose it personally, but I think from what I know,
chose you, right?
Yeah. Well, I think Kyle goes on tour with a couple other bands occasionally, and I think he was on tour with, was it Clay or was it Meraki?
I think it was actually with Shelton.
Okay. Well, he was on tour, and then I think there was a venue in Florida that kind of inspired the name. And so we had been kind of messing around making music under this other name. I believe it was called Fellow. And then that kind of died a little bit just because, I was here in Houston, he was in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, from what I remember, he told me HIGHDIVE, and I was like, yeah, awesome. Let's go with that.
It was an instant hit.
Yeah.
Let me add to that, if that's okay. So like you said, the venue name kind of resonated with me, but then the first single that the band ever put out was called The Deep End. And so as that song was coming to life, I remembered, like that word HIGHDIVE, and that's where it was kind of like, like you jump off the high dive, you landed in the deep end.
To the deep.
Yeah. So I think that's where it kind of clicked, and we all just liked it.
Yeah, that's a good way to find some connection.
Yeah.
To the name. Individually, guys, you're gonna talk, guys. You can't just look pretty over here. So we'll start with this side.
Doing a really good job at it, by the way.
Yeah, you're like trying not to. You're like, don't pick me. So tell us a little bit about your musical influences. You drove over here by yourself?
No, I drove with.
All right. So if you had rode over here by yourself, and your Ferrari, because I know you have a Ferrari.
Yeah, definitely with that bass rig.
With
A
the
Ferrari.
bass rig. Yeah. Well, you put a hitch on it.
Yeah.
So you have a little trailer that you pull the Ferrari. Sidecar. There you go. What would you be jamming to? To get pumped up.
I listen to a lot of metal, actually, ironically. Lately, I've been listening to a band called As Cities Burn.
Okay.
Their new album pretty much is all I'm listening to right now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you're absorbing it? You're a sponge right now with that?
The bass is really good in it. So,
oh, yeah? Are you learning it?
Nah. I was listening.
Just listen to it? And so growing up, what did you listen to?
I listened to a lot of worship music when I was a kid from my parents. And then like a lot of emo music and just rock, any rock. And then a lot of metal started coming out, like Norma Jean and He's Legend. And I started listening to all those bands, and yeah, I still do.
Any Dave Matthews?
Not really, a little bit. Not really.
I won't be upset.
Not as much as you.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here,
Thank
man. I can't wait to hear all your songs.
Cool. Thank you.
JP. Yes.
Sir, there we go.
Took me a second.
There we go.
But
man.
I got it. So tell me a little bit about your musical influences, man. So on your badass motorcycle when you rode over here,
Yeah.
Did you just pedal?
did you just yeah.
Yeah, I got me a Harley.
That's some training.
what what would you be jamming to
Oh,
to get like real pumped up? To pump
Um,
iron. There you go.
To pump iron? Okay, so yeah, I grew up same as him. I listened to a lot of metal, a lot of heavy music. There's a couple bands in particular. Probably one would be a band called Kublai Khan. They're from up in Sherman, Texas. Oh yeah, they're
I've
right
been to
here.
Sherman, Texas.
Yeah, they're like the only thing to ever come out of Sherman, Texas, and it's a good thing they did. And yeah, those are like real down to earth dudes, and they make some of the most pissed off music you've ever heard in your life. So if you need something to get pumped up, then those are your guys to go. Yeah, so that would be one of the bands, and then there's also another band would be my buddies up in Dallas. They're called Frost Coffin, and there's no reason why that shouldn't be your favorite band right now. They mix like every aspect of my favorite, like all my favorite aspects of music, like in one, and it just it gets me every time. I've been listening. Like, I had their EP before it even came out, probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and I probably listened to it like 3 times a week since then. Like, I just don't get tired of it.
Some music you just can't let
yeah,
go, man.
literally. Like, it's one of those bands for me, and they're awesome dudes too. So, and then a lot of also I grew up like listening to classic rock. Like, my dad got me real into that. So anything from like 70s to 80s and whatnot that you'd hear on like, I don't even know the radio stations anymore, but any of the classic rock radio stations, like. One band being AC/DC, like those guys still get me pumped up. You can talk all the mess you want about that band, but they made so much money, man. So that's one of my that's probably my last one on.
Who is your favorite drummer? Carter Buford?
Oh, my favorite dude. See, I've been asked this question before, and I can't really answer it because I don't really pay attention to a lot of drummers. Oh, actually, no. My buddy Bryce Butler. Yeah, my buddy Bryce Butler up in Dallas, and he plays for like 15 bands. He's in a band called Abigail Williams right now. He played in
him down here?
The Faceless as well. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a great drummer, great dude. He shreds. So yeah, he's definitely my
That's
favorite
cool,
drummer.
man. Well, if you look up to him, he's got to be a total badass.
Oh, he really is.
You're
man.
a badass.
Yeah, dude.
You make those
I
drums
appreciate
sound
you,
pretty,
man. Thank you very much.
Your footwork is pretty cool, man.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to have you here
Thank
again.
Yeah,
JP,
absolutely,
I've never,
man.
whenever I saw you outside, I was like, that guy looks familiar.
Yeah.
And you were like, what's up? Dude? Good to see you again. I was like, oh man, I feel like an asshole.
No, dude, you're good, man. You're good to see a lot of faces.
That was
It's
like
completely
50 shows ago or something like that.
Wow, really?
Yeah, dude.
That's
And it really
insane.
wasn't
That's a
that
lot of
long
shows.
ago.
No, not at all. But 50
really-
shows,
yeah,
damn,
dude.
man. That's
Bro.
really cool.
It's been a lot
Yeah.
of bands going through here.
That is awesome.
Cool, man. Well, welcome again.
Thank you so much, man.
what's
It's
up,
good
man?
to be here.
My turn.
What do you listen to, man?
Oh, I have a very eclectic taste in music.
Cool.
But I think growing up, it was like real emo, classic rock, metal. And then from there, just natural progression, blues, country, punk. Still really haven't gotten to jazz, but actually me and Kyle teach music.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I think school rock.
I'm supposed to give you my card to give to the School of Rock because we are affiliated with certain School of Rocks, not School of Rocks, but certain music schools for students that send their student bands over here to do performances.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So,
it's rad.
I was supposed to give you a card to give to the Woodlands people.
Okay, I'm actually, we're at the
Damn,
Katy
I got it
location.
wrong. Maybe it was the Katy location.
Yeah.
Maybe they were at the Woodlands location, but whatever. So we affiliate ourselves with schools, like music schools, and a few schools have been down here and brought their students to give just like a concert, man. So
That's awesome.
It'll be great to do that with School of Rock as well.
Yeah, I think, with teaching music, you kind of have to have a very open mind and eclectic taste.
Sorry to interrupt you, man. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I got excited.
But yeah, and then I, growing up, going to church, kind of that CCM stuff. But yeah, I think as far as like inspiration for like my musical style, be more that classic rock metal thing. Pantera, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin kind of thing.
Favorite guitar player? I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be hard to pick. But
that's a tough one.
if I turn down your radio in your car, man, what would it be right now? Christmas music?
Probably.
Yeah. It's cool, man.
Probably. I'd have to plug my iPhone in and press media. Yeah, Dimebag, Daryl Abbott.
Not too familiar with them, but I'm
Yeah.
sure they kick ass.
Yeah, dude rips.
Oh yeah.
So.
Wait, you're not familiar with Dimebag?
No.
From
Oh,
Pantera?
I
Yeah,
know
Pantera.
Pantera.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like names. But I should, and I will one day.
Yeah, there you go.
This is like a whole learning experience for me right here. People say so many artists, and I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I feel
I'm gonna
that.
check them out. Well, cool, man. Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Hello.
what's up, man?
What's up, boss?
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So
Thank
tell
you
us a
very
little
much.
bit about your musical influences.
Yeah, so kind of like Zach said, I think the position we're in, I'm much newer at that than he is. Still kind of finding my way in that field, but I do have a very widespread upbringing with music. I had all the Christian contemporary stuff. I really liked worship music on like acoustic guitar type stuff. Not
That's
necessarily
great
the
music,
lyrical
man.
content, yeah, but the melody and the way that stuff sounded for whatever reason really appealed to me when I was
I
younger.
love the chords. I used to play in
Yeah.
a church choir too. All that, all
Yeah.
that music, man. Play
Totally.
piano for them.
Taylor's, man.
I love all the chord progressions. They're
Yeah.
so kick ass.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what got me started in songwriting, just those chord progressions. But my mom listened to a lot of like country music growing up, not necessarily the newer stuff the last decade or so, but all the George Strait, everything like that. I'm not going to list off a bunch of people. Dixie Chicks is one of my favorite bands. I can say that.
Cool.
Yeah, but we played in heavy bands. It wasn't necessarily my thing. It's if you go back and listen to some of our old stuff, you would be able to tell that I was there because I didn't have another option. I like playing in bands, right? But it was weird, man. Growing up in Houston, playing in bands, there was country and then there was metal, kind of. Unless we just, for whatever reason, out in Cypress, just missed out on a huge chunk of it, which I'm sure we did because Houston's massive. But there was nothing in between for whatever reason. So everybody that was in a band with me wanted to play really heavy, hard rock, screamo stuff, and then I wanted to write like pop songs. So it'd be like breakdown verses and then no transition into like a 4-chord pop power progression with a
Gotcha.
catchy chorus.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
singing, So, yeah.
Ew.
It's an old song from one of the old bands.
It
It's
was
called
so
it's
good,
called
bro.
Eeyore.
It was
Super
so
super
good.
heavy, super dumb.
Oh yeah.
He liked it though.
I was TOU's biggest fan.
TOU was the old band that me
Those
and
Like
Zach were
Us,
in. Yeah,
yeah.
Those Like Us.
Like way back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A piece of history. So John
He's a
Mayer is
Cypress.
probably my biggest influence
He's awesome, dude.
as a songwriter. Not necessarily as a guitar player. I wish I could play guitar like him, but
Yeah, he's badass.
well, I say I do, but I probably could if I tried. I
He's a
just
real
I don't really
badass.
care enough.
I do enjoy his guitar playing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and obviously he's a very successful person.
yeah.
Are you working on any new music that we should be waiting for, man?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the music video. I heard there's a music video in the
Yeah,
works.
for sure. So we just put out a song, I guess 2 months ago now, called This Shit Out, and that was the first single we've put out in a long time since the first record we put out a year ago. And then we have another song coming out on January 10th. So that's called Tongue in Cheek. We're actually playing it tonight. So most people will be
Awesome.
hearing it for the first time. And then, we've got that song coming out with a cool music video on January 10th.
And where is it going to be released?
The internet. I don't know. We really don't have any big plans. Like I said, so we'll touch on this
Facebook,
later.
YouTube.
Yeah, of course. You'll be able to find it on YouTube and all that stuff. We don't have like a big release planned for it. We're in a bit of a transition right now as a band. Like you said, it's kind of a new unit we've got going on here. We've really been working on the like compatibility of everybody. So can I switch gears to the touring thing a little bit?
Yeah. Go
Cool.
ahead, man.
So like pretty much the last year and a half since we put out that album, our focus has been on touring, which is, looking back on it now, we don't regret it, but probably would have handled things a little bit differently.
Where have you gone?
The whole country.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, we've done probably 8-9 weeks of touring. I don't know why I did that, but
8 or 9.
hell yeah, brother.
you drank a little bit.
We did, yeah, for sure. And drove a lot.
Drove
and
a lot.
Played to like a lot of people and like a whole lot of nobody.
It happens.
Oh yeah, it was a great experience. Super awesome.
Where was your favorite place to play at?
Like favorite club?
Your favorite? Yes.
And
And in what state?
y'all go. I got to think about it.
Okay, so we played a lot of cool venues.
There's a lot.
But there's something to be said about kind of the energy in the room. We played this one show in New Mexico in this kind of basement, super tiny. What did I say?
And
New Mexico.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, sorry.
International.
Yeah, New Mexico in this basement, and it was like a tiny little room, but it was packed.
And also our expectations for the show were really low. It was a super last minute, like it was a date that fell through for us, which happens a lot when you're DIY touring. You book shows, and then like a week before, the promoter's like, oh, I couldn't get bands, or like the venue double booked, sorry. So JP actually came in and hit up an old contact, and they were like,
shop?
And they were just like, sure, like we'll get you a show. So we showed up thinking it was gonna be nothing, and then we get there and the driveway's full of cars, and it's like, holy crap, what are we walking into? And then we played in this basement. There's like a staircase going up, and then just like it's like double this room basically.
Yeah, it was real tiny.
There was probably 80 people. I was gonna say 100, but maybe 80 people in this tiny room. Like within the first 15 seconds of the first song, I got punched in the face with my mic, and then like I was falling on his drums, and it was crazy. Yeah, man.
We were like this close.
Super
playing.
Awesome. So it wasn't like a massive show by any means, but like it felt like just the best energy.
Because the energy was pretty good.
Yeah,
I think the sober people that left there were like, that band was awesome.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
And it was a 3-piece.
No, so we had
Four-piece?
another bass player.
Yeah.
So JP had just started being in the band. Actually, on that tour, that was in March last year, so he was filling in for us technically. We were kind of feeling it out. We had known each other, so we knew kind of what we were getting into with him, but he wasn't technically in the band yet. And
you hadn't passed the audition yet.
I guess so. Nah, he's good enough. It was just one of those things. Last minute, we needed a drummer, so we kind of were called upon our buddy, and now it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in bands, so like, I
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
him up. I was like,
You
hey, you
already
want to
knew
do
he
this? You want to help us
was
out?
Yeah.
So,
But I don't know. I mean, we played this club in Chicago called The Wire. I know JP's got things to say about that. It was just one of those clubs that's like way too big for us, and it felt empty because it was just massive, and there was quite a few people there, but didn't feel like it on stage.
Felt disconnected.
Kind of. It was because there was like a crowd of people, but they're like 100 yards away from you, you know? You gotta talk on the
Sound was so good.
Yeah,
There was a
just
shower there. We got to shower right
you
before.
got to shower.
Oh yeah.
like
dude.
each band had their own green room
Yeah,
behind
we
the
had our own
stage.
green
And
room, and it was like House
Yeah.
of Blues vibes. Like it was like as big as House of Blues. The stage was all nice and stuff, and it had
Had a
like
big
second
balcony up
story
top,
and
yeah.
stuff. Man, it was so nice.
In Chicago, what's the name of the place?
The Wire. It's in Berwyn, which is like right next to Chicago.
Little suburb
Little
west of
suburb in
Chicago.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah,
man.
it was that was easily my favorite venue I've like
And are y'all
played.
planning any other tours?
So no, not right now. That's kind of what I was getting at with switching gears right now. So
Okay.
we've got a good unit now. We're focused on music. We're focused on getting the best music we can recorded and put out with good videos and content. Basically marketing ourselves in another way. We're just gonna we're taking a different approach
Okay,
now,
cool.
rather
Awesome.
than roots like traveling in a van, you know, making it day by day. We're gonna kind of take the more modern approach for a
Awesome,
little while.
dude.
and
Well,
see
whenever
what
you have
happens.
any new music, you're always welcome here.
Cool.
We do this every day. We showcase
Yeah.
artists like yourself, and we love original music. Obviously, we love musicians that play cover as well.
Yeah,
Badass musicians that play covers.
of course.
And but you always have a home here.
Cool.
And the power of social media allows us to do this,
Right.
to reach people from anywhere. There's
Yeah.
people from Alaska, Brazil watching us, from Asia, dude, from Europe. They're always fucking checking in. And so it's a pleasure to be able to bring music to people. You know, we stream to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And so tell us about your social media. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so we have a website. It's www.highdiveband.com, which is a little misleading because our tag on all the other social medias is HIGHDIVE Music. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, all the streaming stuff. Everything's on YouTube. We've got some music videos up, and that new one will be up there on January 10th. Pretty much everything you're looking for, shows can be found on the website. We're on Bands in Town and all that other stuff as well. So there's plenty of ways to you know, subscribe and get notifications. I wouldn't say we're the greatest at social media, but Instagram's probably the best platform to follow us on if you want to stay up to date on things. And again, that's HIGHDIVE Music. So
Well, we're gonna be tagging you on all of our posts.
cool.
We
Thank
normally keep sharing the events
Sick.
that roll through here.
Yeah, man.
We do have a lot of events, but we try to be consistent on us sharing on a daily basis.
Right on.
Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate your support. Without you, we wouldn't be where we are. This is our 72nd show, and we're very happy. We've just been blessed with a lot of bands. There are a lot of bands in Houston, and I'm sure there's a lot of bands everywhere because I didn't think there was going to be these many bands, but we are booked fully until March.
That's crazy.
And that's like every fucking day.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, maybe like once
Houston's
or
big,
twice that we're not booked, but it's because I already have some other stuff happening.
Yeah.
But we have been very blessed. If you're watching on Facebook, share the event. Make sure that these guys are seen by new people every time you share it. There's the potential of other people to seeing the High Dive and, get a new fan. If you get a new fan, that new fan shares it. New fans. It's social media, man.
Chain
It's
reaction.
free. We bring the concerts to your home so that in case for whatever reason you can't go and see the bands, all you have to do, because I already know you have your phone in your hands anyways, all you have to do is just tune in and share or like it or subscribe. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet the event, please. Make sure all the tweeters out there, tweeters and tweakers are watching our broadcast because I'm sure they would like it. It would be a nice music for their trip. Okay, if you're watching on Twitch, follow us and do whatever Twitch does. I have no idea what Twitch does, but we have the option to stream to it, and we're streaming to it. There's a couple of people watching you on YouTube. Luca Duca, open up this pit. That's what they said. Lots of metal. Oh yeah, that's heavy shit. As cities burn. Cool. We're gonna approve that message. Michelle Du, she says, hey. Matthew Menard, OMG, I love this band. Eek, the bass player is so effing cute.
Hell
yeah! Oh yeah, baby. Look at Duca.
I told you
LOL.
you were doing a good job.
Not the only thing I have in hand.
So it's luscious
That's not the
locks.
only thing you have in hand. Your cell phone. Okay. What else? What else do you have in your hand? I'm curious now. Please let us know. Look at these guys. And post up a picture. I'll tweet that long hair all night. Oh, I'm twitching something right now. That sounds like something exciting is gonna happen soon.
I'm just glad I know the attention's not going to be on me once we move in there.
Well, guys, I want to give a couple of shout outs. Oh, any shout outs that I want to give to anybody, guys? This is your moment.
Oh, we can shout out Brian Mertz, Mirror Lake. We recorded the last song, Dish It Out, that we put out, or the last song that we put out. We recorded it with him, Bravery Sound, and he was in here, actually, Mirror Lake. And
yeah.
So he recommended us to reach out to you, so that's how we got in contact.
Oh, is that how it all happened?
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right. Those guys
Yeah.
were awesome.
Yeah, super
We
cool.
really loved their show.
Very talented.
Is it Avery?
Avery, yeah, she got
Yeah,
pipes.
dude.
She's got pipes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She does. She's awesome. I had a great time with them. They were really fun to work with. I want to give a couple of shout outs to Kevin Hamlin and Tune Out Cancer Fest. That's a festival. All the funds go to Texas Children's Hospital to help out with cancer research. That's February 21st through the 23rd. Ivan Oropesa and Rock Animal. Every Wednesday we have a Spanish rock concert. So we finished season 1 of that. We're going to start season 2 in January. King Baby Familia, Diego for all the mad love always, Severo Brown, and Zona Libre and KFPT for sending us a bunch of artists to showcase here. Hank Lamb and 90.1 for sending us a bunch of artists to showcase as well. Westone Audio, thank you for the in-ears. They're awesome. These guys are using them. They're super dope. If you're looking for in-ears, guys, every 72 bands have used them here. Everybody likes them. If you're looking for
They're
in-ears,
still clean.
Westone is the way to go. I have a discount code if you're looking to buy. Reach out to me. I'll send you the code. Even though I should know the code and post it up, I don't know it because I haven't looked in a while. And I'd hate to give you a wrong code if you are going to buy some, then be like, man, this guy's full of shit, you know? So okay, guys. So I think we've talked enough. We ready to do this, man?
Rock and
Yeah,
roll.
These
let's-
guys are about
let's
to rock
jam.
it out, guys. We're still waiting for that response about what's in your other hand, and so I'll be watching for that, and I'll be reading it. Go Astros!
Go Stros.
I like the dude in the orange hat. Yeah, I like him too. He's cute. All right, guys. So we're gonna take a minute break. These guys are gonna go to the booths and get ready to fucking rock the shit out. Cool, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.